presentation of BFA Sports.
Football, for me personally, means a lot. I get excited every morning coming out here practicing with my team, and I just think that if I didn't have football, I wouldn't be as happy as I am now.
What football mean to me is like you gotta be compassionate, you gotta be physical, you gotta stay focused, always work hard. You always have to grind every day, make sure you stay fit.
Our guys, we put in a lot of effort, and coaches on us every day about effort, and we don't need to get talked to about a dedication. Everybody pretty much shows up when they need to show up, and they're all lifting, always doing their thing.
Practice is just like a game. Every time you gotta get to the field, do it hard. When you practice, it's just like a game. You gotta keep going hard, you gotta keep doing what you have to do, and just stay focused all the time.
Good evening and welcome. It is playoff football here at Winslow Township. Group 4 action. Doug Stasuk, the entire BFA sports crew is here, literally right next to the field, trackside here in Winslow. It is the Hammonton Blue Devils. They take on the Eagles of Winslow. Winslow comes into the game 8-2, 4-0 out of the Independence Division of the WJFL. Head coach Bill Belton definitely excited as they come into this one after a 46-14 win over Stasuk. And for Hammonton, they are led by the head coach Jim Rasso, 5-5 record, 3-1 out of the Memorial Division. A thriller, one for the ages, as they were able to squeak by the Red Raiders of Ocean City 23-22, and that sets the stage for tonight's festivities. Of course, for Winslow, reeling a little bit. Freshman sensation quarterback Jalen Parker had gone down with an elbow injury a few weeks ago versus Cedar Creek. You certainly thought he would be missed, rightfully so. 1,511 yards passing with 21 TDs through the air. But give credit to quarterback Deontay Ruffin. Next man up mentality for Coach Bill Belton. And last week against Stasuk, he lit up the sky. He had 2 rushing touchdowns and 2 passing TDs. He was just electric. Through the air, 8 for 52 rushing. And for the Blue Devils of Hammonton, well, Kenny Smith continues to dazzle, and he was no different in the big contest versus Ocean City. 24 carries for 130 yards and 3 TDs. If you're looking for the Chevrolet keys to the game by our friends RK Chevrolet out there in Vineland. Well, for Winslow, it's going to be real simple. Try to box in Kenny Smith. And for the Hammonton Blue Devils, what can they do to try to keep Deontay Ruffin at bay? Of course, he's joined by Cam Miller, the receiver who had 5 catches for 85 yards and 2 TDs last week, and Cameron Brown. He ripped up the ground with 150 yards of his own, and we will pause for the playing of the national anthem. Standing rendition of the national anthem from the marching band of Winslow Township. And again, Cameron Brown for the Eagles with 150 yards rushing in last week's contest, 85 carries for 587 on the season. It's going to be real interesting. So Drew Craig had a nice game of his own last week. He is on the season, 5 touchdowns, 787 yards through the air. Last week, Craig was 14 of 17 for 154 yards. So the question will be, will Jim Rasso come out for the Blue Devils and try to spread the ball just a little bit more around? DeAndre Clemens, another powerful back for the Blue Devils. Or will they stick to what has worked? Line them up, be a dominant physical offensive line, and try to run behind them. So Hammonton will receive the ball. Winslow had won the toss but had deferred to the second half. And we're going to start things off on already a whistle. And ready to kick off is number 45. It's Raheem Brown, and he sends it deep. And it goes out of bounds over by the 32-yard line.
You're going to go into live score and click the time button. I took it off because we used to have a camera on it, and then there might be an overlay you got to take off in the logo setting.
All right, so no time is going to go off the clock. We start things off. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line, and Drew Craig will bring them to the screen. We'll bring them up to the line of scrimmage.
When the play happens, just stay at this.
Go to the logo input, hit the gearbox, and then go to layers.
Craig grabs the snap, swing pass to Kenny Smith. He's wrapped up and dropped immediately by number 2. And that's a big play by Deuce Everett. Gets up, and he is fired up to celebrate.
If you go into layers in the logo input, there should be a rectangle or something like that.
All right, ready?
Uncheck the last one.
You're live.
So the clock continues to tick. 11 and a half minutes. It'll bring up 2nd and 18 after the big loss. Craig's in the gun. Split wide receivers to the right. Motion man is Smith. He hands off inside, and Clemens is going to try to find his seam through the left side. He's going to still churn and find his way to a positive. Big Blue Devils almost gets back just beyond the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 3rd and 9. So a big drive there by Clemens. Mentioned it at the top of the broadcast. Would they switch things up and give the Eagles something to think about? Eagles creeping up a bit on the box. They switch back from a 5-man front to a 4, so they're going with a old-school Buddy Ryan 4-6 defense right now. It'll be Craig out of the gun. He's flanked by Kenny Smith to his right. Fakes the handoff, rolls to his right, fires, completes the ball to Joey Gillen. Flag on the field. Looks like it's a first down. Everyone's kind of looking back. Well, hold the laundry. It's a first down. So backs against the wall, 2nd and 18. Oh, here is the penalty. Face mask was against the defense. They'll tack on 15. So a big play for the Blue Devils.
First attempt from midfield.
Craig gets the play, heads onto the field, and Hammonton just about at the midfield stripe.
What?
Again, just under 10 minutes to go. 9:52 clock continues to tick. Craig now with Kenny Smith to his left. Slot right formation. Motion man is Camargo. Hands off inside to Smith. Dances around one tackler, but won't get past another. Wrapped up by Ethan Alexander.
Ready? Yeah. Ready to take 2.
2-yard pickup, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 8.
That'll make it 2nd and 8. From the 48.
Yeah, Nick, I keep losing you. What'd you say, Charles? Oh, sorry.
All right, so 2nd and 8. Craig. Slot formation to the left. Hands the ball inside, but Smith is dropped in the backfield by number 55.
1 yard gain, 3rd and 7.
Rob Kortasvin, a sophomore, with a big play here as the clock continues to churn. It'll bring up 3rd and 7. Special thanks to our friend Ed Herron and the team at Pizza Hut, always helping us to make it great, because nobody, and I mean nobody, out-pizzas the Hut. Blue Devils pretty deliberate in their tempo right now. Craig now feeling the urge he's going to have to hurry, and they're trying to get this off before the play clock. Camargo goes in motion, and Hammonton going to be forced to call their first timeout of the game. Head coach Jim Rasso certainly not happy about that with just under 8 to go. That'll give us a chance to take a quick break, and we'll be right back from Winslow.
Pizza Hut stuffed crust is the crust that made crust good. Topped and stuffed with over a half-pound of cheese. What are you so afraid of? Loving it? Original stuffed crust, only from Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
The newest thing from Pizza Hut isn't pizza at all. It's cheesy, so crispy, loaded with toppings, and just $6.99. Enough for 2, price for 1. New Pizza Hut melts, just $6.99.
3rd and 7 from the 47. 1 first down already for the Blue Devils. Craig sends Camargo in motion towards your screen. Tries a counter reverse. Camargo ends up with the football, but he's going to be wrapped up immediately and dropped in the backfield. Winslow does their homework. It's a big read by the defense, and another marquee play by number 9, Ethan Alexander. So Cam Miller will drop back to receive the punt for Winslow. This 4th and 10 situation. And, of course, quarterback Drew Craig continues to do double duty a la Randall Cunningham for UNLV. And he's going to run a whole lot. Kicks the ball. Fair catch is called. Interesting if there wasn't a call, because he may have tripped up his lineman and they got downfield in a hurry. But nonetheless, the fair catch will get the ball into the hands of Winslow Township for their first possession of the ball game. And they are 1st and 10 from the 11. Winslow fans excited to be into the 2nd round of the playoffs off that 46-14 victory versus Pennsauken. And this will be our first look at junior quarterback Deontay Ruffin. And, well, it looks like coach is asking for the ball to be placed on the left hash to start the drive. So it'll be Ruffin in the gun. He's joined in the backfield by Brown. Screen pass attempt to Brown. Knocked down immediately. Good job by number 76, Riley. Fundamental football. Get into the backfield, keep the hands up, knock the ball down. All right, so it'll be 2nd and 10 after the knockdown pass. Handoff inside. He gives it to Brown. Brown runs into a host of Blue Devil defenders led by Andrew Wayner. Double sticks for Wayner, wearing number 11. It'll bring up 3rd and 9. Still deep in Winslow territory.
Zoom into like the ball.
It's going to be 3rd and 12. Yeah, I'm sorry, 3rd and 9 from the 12. Ball is snapped. Good job there, and he's got a wide open connection for number 4. It's going to be Helton.
Blue Devils territory all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Well-designed play, 3rd and 9. Here you'll see it on the Game Changer instant replay. Deontay Ruffin showing some poise, finds his target, and a 49-yard pickup for Nakir Helton. He was off to the races. Back to live action, handoff to Brown. Brown wrapped up in the backfield by number 51. That's Donald Church. Gain of 1 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 9. Blues Devils defense. They come out. Lined up with 4 down linemen. And they often like to walk up their linebackers. Keep your eye on number 45, Joey Gillen. There is Gillen. Back to pass goes Ruffin. And there he is on contact. It's Gillen. They call him down. The ball is still moving. Picked up. Will he make it? The whistles are being blown. Clemens thinks he has a touchdown. The Blue Devils faithful are going nuts. But they're going to say he was down by contact. Outstanding defensive play by Joey Gillen. Have a close-up of him right off the snap of the ball. Ruffin doesn't see him coming. He gets his arm, flails around. He was flipped backwards. Perhaps his tuchus had touched the turf, but no hesitation. Clemens thought he had 6, but instead, ball is going to be spotted where it was fumbled. It should be about 2nd and 18 now. So again, big-time play by DeAndre Clemens. Used to seeing him offensively. He got to the open field, just getting some early reps in. So here goes Ruffin. He'll take the snap out of the gun. Looking to his left. Nobody open. And another sack, but Laundry thrown at the feet of 45, Joey Gillen. Halloween just a few nights before, but for Gillen, he's still trying to haunt the Winslow Eagles. So they're going to back things up for Winslow after the call. And that's going to put them in a no-doubt punt situation, as it'll be 4th and a golf cart trip. Looks like Shaheem Muhammad back to punt. He goes to boot it away and just gets it over the Hammonton defense. Coming up and losing the ball is Camargo. And Winslow, Samaj Anderson, the man on the spot, takes advantage of the recovery, and Winslow goes from 4th and forever to 1st and 10 in Hammonton territory. Anderson with a quick kick, a late charge, and it goes off the hands of Camargo. Good heads-up play. Number 4, Nakir Helton, able to give him something to think about, but man, what a play by Samaj Anderson. And now Ruffin has the Eagles in business. He fires deep down the left side and out of bounds. It'll be 2nd and 10. What a turn of events for the Eagles of Winslow. Hammonton thought they were going to get the ball back up and early in business. There was a good look at number 5, Justin Dowdy, the senior. He's going to stay busy in this secondary as Winslow never hesitates to throw. And there goes Ruffin again. He connects with Cameron Brown. But, of course, at the high school level, as soon as you make contact with the ground, you are down. 3rd and 7 from the 24-yard line. in Winslow. Try to keep this drive alive after having their backs against the wall. 4th and 20. Joey Gillen blitzes right up the middle, creating chaos. But now they're going to hesitate on the handoff, and that ball is going to be given to number 21, Nakeem Powell. So that'll bring up 4th and 6th. Powell trying to make it manageable as the quarterback, Deontay Ruffin, wearing number 13, looking to the sideline, and now Winslow goes into a trips make that a quad formation. So one of these receivers is going to have to stay in. See if they do. And now a timeout. So Bill Belton will call a timeout for the Eagles, their first of the contest.
Since 1952, the DiDonato Family Fun Center has been the place to take your team for bowling, food, drinks, and now even ice cream. 26 lanes, the Alley Bar and Grill, Pin Deck ice cream, arcade games, and more, all in Fun Center. It's on the White Horse Pike in Hammonton, and you can check them out online at DidonatoFunCenter.com.
4th and 6, one of the first pivotal plays of the game. 3:29 at the 23-yard line. So Winslow, for those of you joining us late, had their backs against the wall in this drive. They punted the ball and, well, went through the hands of Camargo of Hammonton. Samaj Anderson ended up with the ball in his hands, and now Winslow with a chance. Here comes Ruffin. He throws it towards the end zone, left corner, and out of the outstretched hands of Cam Miller. Good defense there by Dowdy of Hammonton. Turnover to the Blue Devils. So Winslow rallying behind Deontay Ruffin for now the 3rd week in a row. They're held off the scoreboard for now, and the Blue Devils, wearing their away white jerseys with the royal blue numbers and trim, will come to the line of scrimmage at the 23. Drew Craig looks to his right. Gillen shuffles across the formation. They try to get it to Kenny Smith, but again, number 9, Ethan Alexander, seems to be playing the role of spy tonight. He is following Smith everywhere he goes. Smith came into the contest with 222 totes out of the backfield for well over 1,300 yards. Smith gets him a yard on the play. They're going to come out in a slot right formation, single receiver to the left, and Gillen the H-back. Craig calls for the ball, gives it to Smith. Smith looks for a crease. He finds some real estate, and he makes his way to the 32. It'll be about 3rd and a long one as we pass the 3-minute mark with quarter number 1 to go. So far, the Winslow defense has been stout. They're going to try to put some more pressure, and Hammonton, again, little slow getting the play calls in. It already cost them a timeout once earlier in quarter number 1. Now Craig trying to hurry his team to the line. Split out to the right. Handoff to the left and a blitz. Run blitz into the backfield. Ethan Anderson. They cannot answer Anderson. He just keeps on getting his number dialed. And he has been rushing into the backfield. So to bring up 4th and 5, Craig will drop back for the 2nd time in quarter number 1 to punt the ball. And back deep is going to be Cam Miller. Miller with a fair catch and covered up by Jaden Smith. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles of Winslow. 1:28 remaining in quarter number 1.
The road to victory is a smooth one thanks to Bob. Asphalt paving systems, from highways to driveways, that long-lasting shiny seal technology from Asphalt Paving System all started right here in Hammonton. Check out their latest projects at asphaltpavingsystems.com.
1:10 remaining in quarter number 1 here on BFA Sports, and whistles will blow and flags will fly. And you can see the Hammonton defensive staff trying to give some signs, more or less telling them to protect the wide side of the field. So false start is the call coming out of turnover time. 1st and 15 now for Winslow. Ruffin fires. He's got his receiver. Cam Miller's going to find some open room. He's at the 30, the 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Eagles. No hesitation from Ruffin. He liked what he saw from the Hammonton defense. Immediately looked to his left, and Winslow scores 6 to get the party started on this Friday night for NJSIAA playoff football. Here it is on the Game Changer instant replay. Ruffin immediately knew he wanted to go to the screen, and what a route. Miller makes a move, he makes a miss, and he makes him pay. 6 points on the board with under a minute to go in quarter number 1. And if you look to Ruffin, he is often a guy who likes to run the football for a 2-point try. Will Coach Bill Belton call his number here to try to move this score to 8 early in this contest? Heavy formation to the right. It's Ruffin. They're going to shift to the left. 2 men in motion. And that's probably going to be an illegal procedure. And it is. So once the line goes down into their 3-point stance, you can't have 2 members of the offense move at the same time. So Ruffin now is going to come off the field. They're going to send a block and a kicker on to attempt the extra point. And it looks like they're going to go to number 45. And that's Raheem Brown. Hold is down. The kick is up. And the kick is good. 7-0 with 57 seconds to go in quarter number 1. You're watching the NJSIAA playoffs here on BFA Sports.
Red Oak Builders is a family-owned construction and development firm headquartered in Philly. From historic restorations to multi-family commercial projects throughout the region, the Red Oak team takes great pride in building award-winning projects in the communities they serve. Thanks to Anthony Jacoby and the Red Oak Builders, proud sponsors of Blue Devils football.
Seven
7-0 as the kicker number 45, Raheem Brown, gets ready to boot the ball back to Hammonton. And they're going to try to answer the bell after an electric connection between Deontay Ruffin and Cam Miller. Almost an instant replay of last week as Miller goes the distance and hauls in a big-time touchdown and a big-time spot to get the Eagles started. There goes Brown. He'll boot the ball. It's going to go to the up man, and this time it's Dowdy. He's got the football, tries to head to his left, and he's wrapped up and dropped by number 14, Samaj Anderson. Anderson was the man on the spot to pick up the fumble, which eventually was all for naught, but eventually didn't matter much, as Winslow was able to put the drive together, quick strike fashion, and they're out to the early 7-0 advantage. It is a frosty fall night for football. Hammonton pulled out a nail-biter versus Ocean City. They're down early. It'll be Craig. He rolls to his right to start the drive. Can't find a receiver, and now he'll run out of bounds right towards the BFA camera. So no gain on the play after the scramble. It'll be 2nd and 10. And our own Nick Penza was locked in. More importantly, protecting the gear. So a good look from the sideline. 2nd and 10, 40 seconds here in quarter number 1. Again, a kind of fall night everybody looks forward to when it's football season. Craig calls for the ball. Fakes the handoff. Now he gives the pass over to Gillen. And Gillen, oh, angry run as he lowers the boom, but he's brought down anyway. But he's going to pick up a few. So number 24 is able to bring him down, and that's Whitlock Barnes. 3rd and 7 if Hammonton elects to run another play as quarter number 1 is about to conclude. And it looks like they're going to change sides on the field as we're going to head to quarter number 2 when we come back on BFA Sports.
The D'Amico travel team puts all the work into making your next dream vacation a breeze. Their championship teams are MVPs in planning Disney, sandals, cruises, and more. Vacation isn't supposed to be a workout, so kick back and call the D'Amico travel team at 856-767-4399 or click them up at d'amicotravel.com to book your next getaway today. Ricky Moriello of Remax Community Real Estate is ready to dial up the right game plan to sell your home or find the home of your dreams in South Jersey. As a local Hammontonian, he is a proud Blue Devils sponsor and
3rd and 7 as we start quarter number 2 here on BFA Sports. Craig fakes the handoff. Now he floats one out and he connects. It's Clemens. He's got him for a first down.
Right about the 40.
So a nice play. You'll see it on the Game Changer instant replay. Fake handoff. They bite on Smith. Floats it over the linebacker, and he's able to connect with Clemens and, more importantly, move the chains. So 1st and 10 for Hammonton at the 45-yard line. Hammonton now trying to run a little bit more up-tempo. Crowded backfield, pistol formation. Hammonton trying to give a different look. This time it's to Smith. Looks for the inside seam. Churns the legs. He's able to pick up some. He's brought down by Malachi Brown.
Let the clock run.
All right, so it's going to be a 2nd and 5 right now. So 2nd and 5, ball at the 40. Again, Hammonton, a little bit of a different look as they're working a pistol formation, and now timeout is called by Hammonton. So Coach Jim Rasso wants to talk things over. They're putting in a bit of a new wrinkle if you're a Hammonton fan, and it appears that the offense may have a couple questions for Coach. So timeout with 11:07 here in quarter number 2.
Ricky Moriello of Remax Community Real Estate is ready to dial up the right game plan to sell your home or find the home of your dreams in South Jersey. As a local Hammontonian, he is a proud Blue Devils sponsor and wants to team up with you the next time you're in the real estate market. Contact Ricky through his website at rickymoriello.remax.com.
All right, 2nd and 5 with 11:07 here in quarter number 2. Blue Devils continuing to showcase this pistol look. Craig in the backfield. Gives the ball to Smith. Smith through the seam. He's going to grab a couple, but good wrap up in the back by number 6. And that's Namir Tucker able to wrap and drop him. Winslow back into a 4-man defensive front. Clearly, they are focused on Kenny Smith. The Hammonton offense mixing it up quite well tonight. Already seen a nice catch there by Clemens. Another catch by Gillen. He wears number 45. He's lined up as the tight end. Slot to the right. Handoff up the middle. Smith finds a crease. And he's going to move the sticks. It should be enough for a first down.
1st and 10.
You can use that F for the first down.
Nick, can you white balance?
Under 10 as they pick up another first down. Craig jogging back onto the field, and Ethan Anderson, number 9, at the top of your screen on the defensive line, has been a player to watch in this one for the Eagles. Eagles overshift in the formation. They bring a 6-man front. They give the ball to Smith again. He's still able to pick up another 4 to 5 yards before he's wrapped up by number 44. And that was Jasir Slocum able to bring him down. So 7 on the carry. It'll make it 2nd and 3. And the physical offensive line of Hammonton continuing to go to work. Hammonton fans and football fans across South Jersey, they're aware of Cam Brodnox, Michael Ryan, Christian Medina, just to name a few. They continue to plow the road for the star running back, Kenny Smith. He gets the ball. Anderson in the backfield. Initial contact. And now a flag comes flying in.
Get the ref in.
And it's Malachi Brown and Anderson doing some damage as they dropped a hammer on Smith. Personal foul on Ethan Anderson. See it on the Game Changer instant replay. Smith hands it off. I mean, Anderson's right there. He drops him on the ground. And well, there's the extra credit. He ended up putting his hand right on the face mask of Smith and couldn't hide from that one. So an extra 15 yards for the Blue Devils. And that'll take them inside the 20 at the 15 as Craig will call for the ball. It looks like an all-out blitz coming from Winslow. They try to go on 2. And they're going to call offside on Winslow. 1st and 5. The Winslow fans loving the call, apparently.
Nick has the
Clock will wind.
Nick has the
There it is. 1st and 5. Slot to the right for Hammonton. Cam Miller covering Camargo at the top of your screen. Kenny Smith in the backfield. Craig looks to his left. Hands it off to Smith. Smith bounces to the right. He's wrapped up by a host of Eagles, led initially by number 1, Cameron Brown. Good look there at Kenny Smith. Seems to be kind of gripping his hand a little bit. You know, this is one of the first nights of the entire fall that it has felt a bit, we'll call it frosty out here. Face masks and hands don't feel great, especially when you're a running back. Pistol formation again. Clemens to Craig's left. Smith behind him. Camargo in the slot. Calls for the football. He gives it to Smith. Smith looks for a hole. He's driving his feet. He's going to pick up about 4, maybe close to a first down. 3rd and 1 could be close enough for a second look. But they're down inside the 5, and it'll be 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, you can see the sign on the flak jacket of Kenny Smith. It says, warning, beware of dog.
Hand left.
Hammonton huddling up as the clock continues to wind. We're beyond the 6:45 to go mark in half number 1. Slot formation to the left. Camargo is at the left side of your screen.
Stay right there.
Clemens, the up back. Craig in the pistol. Ball's handed to Smith. Smith shakes, spins, and can't get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 2nd and goal from the 5. Another nice job by the Winslow defense. And another wrap-up tackle by number 1, Cameron Brown.
And 1, take 1.
As advertised, this is a physical football contest tonight with 2 of the most physical squads in South Jersey on display tonight. Number 9, Ethan Alexander, trying to dial up another stop. Another pistol power formation. Hand off to Smith. Smith jukes to his left, not able to get there. And a wrap up by number 12, Jaden Johnson. So Jaden Johnson able to get Smith down to the ground. Now to bring up 3rd and goal from the 2. And you'd got to think, most likely, this is a 4-down territory for the Blue Devils of Hammonton. Good look at the middle of the defensive line there for Winslow.
Stay right there, Charles.
Number 55, Rob Karstaffen, and number 50, Malachi Brown. They're joined by Ethan Alexander to the right of your screen. Hammonton comes out in a double tight formation and a delay of game call. So a big call as it'll back up Hammonton to the 7-yard line. So what was 3rd and goal from the 2 becomes 3rd and goal from the 7.
Ready, 1, take.
Let's go, Winslow!
Clock is at just about the 4:40 mark here in half number 1. Close-up look at the quarterback, Drew Craig. Craig, reverse. He gives it to Dowdy. Dowdy, halfback pass. No! Denied by Jasir Slocum. You'll see it all in the Game Changer instant replay. So they go with a counter wingback pass, but he doesn't see the receiver, pulls it down, and, well, Malachi Brown. Make that Jasir Slocum with a big cover and a big drop for Winslow. So I believe that'll bring up first and turnover on the play. I believe. 4th down. So now it's a 4th down play. So my apologies on that one, but it is 4th down. That was 3rd down.
Right there. Why don't you just walk out that way?
So now 4:36 on the play. 4th and goal from the 10. Craig out of the gun. Rolls to his right. Steps up. Tries to get it off. He does. And it falls incomplete. So a good defensive stance by Winslow keeps the Blue Devils off the board. And it's going to be 1st and 10, I believe, from the 14. So what a turn of events. But a big-time answer for the defense of Winslow.
Elevate your program's fundraising this season with Vertical Raise. Vertical Raise is the premier online fundraising platform for organizations of all sizes. Raise more money in less time with a local fundraising coach who works with you every step of the way to customize the ideal fundraiser.
Back to live action. Heavy formation to the right. Pitch from Ruffin. He gives it out to number 21. Good run by number 21, the sophomore, Nakeem Powell. That'll bring up 2nd and 9 as he just got beyond the line of scrimmage, but a good play there for Hammonton by number 4, Ethan Peterson. Peterson, one of the leaders of the team in tackles in the 2023 campaign. As we get closer to the 4-minute remaining mark, actually we're under 3. It's like 3.5 almost, so we'll adjust our clock shortly. As Ruffin drops back, he looks downfield. He's going to scramble, and he gets pushed down by Clemens at the 17. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 6. We've got to make a little bit of an adjustment. We're just above the 3-minute mark right now, officially. Ruffin drops back the pass. He's looking for room. He's going to run. He's going to pick up the 1st down. He's brought down by Dowdy all the way to the 31. So a pickup of 14. Riley looked like he had him dead in his sights. And that was Ryland Smith with him dead in the sights. But he escapes like Houdini. Able to get a 1st down. 2:40 remains in the 1st half. Winslow into the hurry up. They're going to hand it off. Inside handoff. And that's number 21, Nakeem Powell. 6-yard gain. Good look at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 4. Just north of 2 minutes. He drops back the pass. He runs out of room, and he's sacked. Joey Gillen combining with number 51. And, of course, that's Donald Church. He's been busy in the 1st half. Timeout is going to be on the field to give us a chance to catch up. 1:48 remains here in Winslow.
Your team now by visiting verticalraise.com. Elevate your program's fundraising this season with Vertical Raise. Vertical Raise is the premier online fundraising platform for organizations of all sizes. Raise more money in less time with a local fundraising coach who works with you every step of the way to customize the ideal fundraiser for your program. Score for your team now by visiting verticalraise.com.
Two minutes, make that 1:48 remaining here in the first half. There is the quarterback, Ruffin. Goes for the screen, and Cam Miller can't come up with it. So good coverage out there on the edge. Andrew Wayner creating some chaos, and that will put Winslow in a position to punt. For Hammonton, they're going to have one timeout remaining in the half. They're hoping to get the ball with decent field position. Shaheem Muhammad, he's going to punt. And who else but Kenny Smith back to receive. Smith not going to have a chance to get it as Jaden Johnson will down it at the 32-yard line. I mean, that 36-yard line. So 1st and 10 with 1:36 to go in the first half in this defensive lover's delight. For your local fans in South Jersey, good time at halftime to order up Pizza Hut with so many locations to serve you throughout South Jersey. Craig flips a pass. He goes to Gillen, and it goes through his fingers. A little bit hot as Deuce Everett pumped up on the incompletion. That'll bring up 2nd and 10, 1:32. Our statistician, Jarrett Garcia, his fingers might freeze by the end of the ball game. It is definitely a night that those hands are freezing up. Our director tonight, Carrie Leticia, was prepared. She's got the gloves on. I don't know if they're Rowan University standard issued gloves, but they could be. Good look at the line of scrimmage. Inside handoff, and they're going to try to protect the ball and give it again to Kenny Smith. Clock continues to burn. 1:20 now remaining. It'll bring up 3rd and 6. 3rd and 7, make it. Clock continues to go. 1:13. Is Hammonton looking for potentially a pickup of a first down before they decide to burn a timeout? Because right now they're eating clock. 3rd down 7. And important to remember that Winslow will get the football to start the second half. Craig in the gun. Slot formation to the left. 5 down lineman for Winslow. He gives it up to Kenny Smith. Smith continues to work the middle of the field. He picks up the first down. Brought down by number 0, Osar Hurd. The sticks will move, but the clock will continue to melt. Not many things melting out here this Friday night. The clock right now is one of them. So Hammonton perhaps has one timeout left. Handoff to Smith. They're going to go towards the middle. He's not going to make it back to the line of scrimmage, but his second effort will get him out of bounds. It'll stop the clock with 18.7 seconds. Hammonton hasn't gone to the air just yet, at least not much in half number 1. But with time not on their side, is this where they try to take a chance? Coach Rasso may be thinking about the athleticism with the Winslow Eagles. Their secondary is dangerous. They got a couple stud receivers that play two-way. Slot formation to the left. Hands it off to Smith. Rinse and repeat. He's brought down by Ethan Alexander. And it's going to bring up 3rd and 12. Will they call a play or will they walk it off and head to halftime? It looks like they're going to go into the locker room down 7-0. The Winslow Eagles strike first on a big-time play on a hookup from Deontay Ruffin to Cam Miller. And that has made it 7-0. Halftime is here. And we'll step away for halftime in Winslow. 7-0 Winslow Eagles as we begin half number 2. Doug Stasuk and the BFA Sports crew are here trackside for this defensive delight. Kovac, make that Craig, in to kick the ball. It's a squib and able to grab the ball and pick it up. And Deuce is off and loose into Devils territory. So it looks like a 22-yard return, and the Eagles' first possession looks like the 47-yard line of Hammonton.
Nick, I'm starting to lose you.
Quarterback Deontay Ruffin. The junior had 561 yards coming into this contest, but the most impressive 55 yards of his season thus far was on the swing pass to Cam Miller. Bit of a wide receiver screen that was well executed.
Okay.
That happened in the first half of this contest, and that is all the scoring to be had. Hammonton was knocking on the door down to the 2-yard line of the Eagles. The Eagles' defense had held, and so here we are. Ruffin connects. Another quick screen. Number 11, Jalen Hornsby, the senior, finally knocked out of bounds by Rylan Smith. But it'll be first down. And you can see the confidence continuing to brew for the Eagles. Ruffin, shotgun formation. He goes back to Hornsby. Hornsby shakes one defender, and he's finally brought down by Gillen. Kind of noticing that Gillen is wearing what looks like a cast. It's there on his right arm. Kind of has a club look to it. Hornsby will move the chains yet again. So Ruffin continuing to be efficient. Hasn't thrown the ball too far downfield, but most of the damage has been done on the yak. Yards after catch for Winslow. Grabs a snap, fires left side of the field, up and extended, but knocked incomplete. Well defended by Hammonton. And that time, Kenny Smith able to get his hand inside the football, and he was joined in the defensive backfield by number 12, Jaden Smith. Again, want to welcome fans from across South Jersey to playoff football, second round action here in Group 4. Ruffin hands off inside. A nice job. Cameron Brown, the senior, gets the ball down to the 11-yard line. Picks up 8 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 2. Everybody on the Winslow offense looking at the sideline for the play. It'll be Ruffin out of the gun. Hands it inside. Brown, he has got a crease. And we've got a Winslow touchdown.
11 yards. Touchdown.
Spread formation. You'll see it on the Game Changer instant replay. They make room. So Brown just runs through a well-designed play and a well-designed hole. And they made that one look easy. So 13-0 with 10:17 remaining in quarter number 3. Deontay Ruffin is run in for a few 2-point conversions earlier in the playoffs. Did so twice last week. And they come out in the slot formation. He's got his favorite receiver, Miller, in the slot. He holds on to the football, looks for a hole, and they're not going to get there. So the extra point attempt is no good. But 13-0 for the Eagles of Winslow here in the third quarter.
Calling the Life Brokerage team is the only call to make when you need to design a play to take care of your family now and in the future. Life insurance, estate planning, wealth building are just a few of the big decisions that the Life Brokerage team can coach you through when designing a playbook for your family's future. Grab a headset or your cell to reach out to Anthony Mento and his team at lifebrokeragellc.com.
13-0 here in quarter number 3. There is the Hammonton Special Teams unit. And they're looking for a big return as the Blue Devils are starting to get in a bit of a dire need of a spark. This was an early start, 6 p.m. kickoff. I know some of our friends were checking in on the game over on Cape Atlantic League Live as the Mustangs also hosting. That's Group 3. Here is Group 4. Whistle gets ready to be blown as the kicker, number 45, Raheem Brown, boots it deep. And picking it up is number 14. And that's Isaiah Moore. And Moore's got room to run. He's moving to the left. And he's finally brought down by number 4, Nakir Helton. So the sophomore with a big special teams play. But it'll be 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils on their own 37-yard line. And looks like a Winslow player is shaken up. And that's number 2, Deuce Everett, trying to shake things off. And 1st and 10, Hammonton. Slot formation to the right. Camargo in the slot. Jalen Smith is the swing man. They're going to give it inside, and Clemens finds a hole, and he'll find himself a first down. Well-designed play by Hammonton here on the Game Changer Instant Replay. Good motion. Able to hand it off inside to Clemens, and Clemens gets behind the big left side of his line, led by Ryland Smith. 1st and 10. Smith is the motion man. Another give, but this time he's stuffed. So big stuff in the middle by number 50, Malachi Brown. 1 yard loss on the play. It'll make it 2nd and 11. Winslow crowd, pretty stellar tonight. They're liking what they see thus far from their Winslow defense. Been able to keep Hammonton off the board. Quarterback Drew Craig out of the pistol. He'll give the ball again. He's going to fake it. This time he goes down the field. Oh, and off the hands of number 12, Jalen Smith, the intended receiver. That one is going to haunt them for a bit here in the second half. Just a well-executed play. The entire defense bites on Smith. Craig finds him down the seam, and just through the fingertips, Cam Miller on the coverage. Smith just keeps looking at his hands. He can't believe it. Hammonton back in the pistol. Slot right formation. Motion man is Smith. Screen pass to Clemens. Clemens picks up 5, and then he's going to be brought down after a pickup by number 24, and that's Whitlock Barnes. So 4th and 4, and as the second half continues to dissolve, this is a pivotal play for the Blue Devils. Four-man defensive front for Winslow. Slot formation to the right again out of the pistol. Smith, the motion man. Craig rolls to his right. He fires, and he connects. Jalen Smith with the catch, and they're going to give him the first down spot. First down, Hammonton. Another look here on the replay. Similar look. Bootleg to the right, pulls up, and this was a big-time catch. So good coverage by number 1, Brown. But nonetheless, Hammonton comes up clutch with their backs seemingly against the wall here in the third quarter. This time, a 6-man front for the Eagles. Handoff, inside seam, little stutter step, nowhere to go. Malachi Brown stuffs the hole, and number 44, Slocum, with another big-time play from the linebacker position for Winslow. It'll be 2nd and 12. 39-yard line should be where the ball is spotted. Only the second time tonight that Hammonton has made it in to Winslow territory. Clock continuing to fade. Again, the pistol formation, and again, a slot right variety for the receivers, and flags on the field. False start on the offense. A little bit of a new look this week for Hammonton, and it's the second time we've seen it cost them with an illegal shift or an illegal formation. It's going to bring up 2nd and 17. Here's the decision for Coach Rasso and Hammonton. You don't want to get too aggressive, but in the meantime, you want to try to get to 3rd and manageable. Craig fakes the handoff. He boots to his right. He's looking downfield. He's out of room, and pass is broken up. Some really good coverage on the sideline. It was intended for Smith, and again, ball knocked out of play by number 14, and that's Samaj Anderson. Anderson has had 2 nice special teams play tonight. The big one ended up converting what would eventually be Winslow's first 7 points as he recovered a fumble back in quarter number 1 off of a covered punt. Quarterback Drew Craig.
Yeah, mine's over here.
Pass, watch the pass.
3rd and 17. Craig looking downfield, fires down the middle. And a big play by Brown as he knocks it out of the hands of Joey Gillen. And hearing the whistles, but we're looking perhaps at a flag. You kind of saw how he went upstairs, and there is the yellow on the field. We might have a chance to look at a replay. Let's see what the... Here it is. So you see the intended pass. We slow it down. Oh, and he grabbed him by the side of the mask. So a call that converts into a first down. Winslow's looking for the challenge flag, but I don't believe that there is one at high school.
Anyone caught smoking will be removed from the game. You are not allowed to smoke.
So first down on a big call.
What's up?
Third, wasn't enough for first down. 3rd and about 3.
So it's only 3rd and 2, which
29.
kind of confused that the personal foul doesn't end up in an automatic first down, but it's 3rd and 2, according to the down marker. Craig resetting his H-back Gillen. Gillen looks a little perplexed. And they say that he crossed the line of scrimmage, and that will be a first down. Craig using his voice as a weapon and gets them to jump.
That's enough for the first down up to the 24, first and 10.
Hammonton leveraging the aggressive defense of the Eagles. Craig hands it off to Smith. Smith keeps the legs churning. He bounces, but he's going to be taken down by number 55 and Rob Karstaffen.
Second and about 6.
So it'll be 2nd and 6. Clock continues to burn. Just over 6 minutes as we're getting closer. Craig, single back set as he's got Smith to his left. He looks downfield. He looks to throw. Nobody's open. There's a flag on the play, and the ball is off the hands of Gillen. But we're going to have to take a look at the laundry. So where it was thrown, you would expect, and it is a hold. So it'll be a hold against the Blue Devils. And you can see when Craig was rolling out on that play, it was almost automatic that something was being called. So that'll back them up quite a bit. We'll repeat 2nd down. And it'll bring up 2nd and 16. Again, shout out to our BFA crew tonight as we are trackside. So we're not in the press box. We're not in the bleachers. We're on the ground behind the bench of Winslow, opposite side of the track. Appreciate the hospitality from Winslow tonight. Craig. He now rolls to his left. He's being chased. Brown's looking at him. Oh, and out of the outstretched hands of number 4, Peterson, the intended receiver. So the Winslow defense has been stout. Good coverage there by Cameron Brown, number 1. That'll bring up 3rd and 16. And this deep into Winslow territory, you have to think Hammonton may be in a 4-down playbook format right now. 3rd and 16. Try to cut this distance at least in half. Craig's got the junior, Kenny Smith, to his left. Slot formation to the left. Craig keeps his eyes downfield. Winslow continuing to put pressure in. Craig does a nice job to get the ball up to the 20-yard line. So the quarterback handling pressure like a college athlete or beyond. I mean, right in his face was number 55, and that's just great pressure by Karstaffen. He gets away from him, and he eventually gets away from Alexander. And he now makes it 4th and 6. So a 10-yard pickup or so for Craig. Hammonton continuing to go to the spread. Scott Carmagno to his left. He's looking for him. Fires late across the formation. And did Smith get his feet in? They're saying he's out of bounds. A big-time defensive play, but a magical throw by Craig. You'll see it on the Game Changer instant replay. He rolls to his left, throws late towards the middle, and now Jalen Smith sees the football, comes up with the catch, and he just missed by a foot. So a nice defensive stand by Winslow. And with 5:28 remaining in quarter number 3.
Ladies in the track, first and 10.
Ruffin connects. Cam Miller. He's going to do it again. Miller, he's in the open, midfield, to the 40, the 30, the 20. They're not going to catch him. It's a 3-score lead for the Eagles.
Miller time, and with that,
you hear it here at the stadium. It's Miller time. Cam Miller,
school record for yards.
80 yards. He takes it to the house, and there wasn't a question. They score on the same play that they connected with on the first half. Rinse and repeat. And I'm being told that Cam Miller just broke the Winslow school record for receiving. So Miller had 1,000 coming into the season. Moms is over here by the booth.
It's good.
And that was electric. So what an outstanding play for Winslow. And right now the Blue Devils appear stunned on the other sideline. So it's 19-0. Make that 20 as the kick was good. Number 10.
Mr. Tim Bright setting the record for most extra points made in a single season. Let's give it up for Tim Bright.
And there's a look at Cam Miller. Single season record. He surpassed 1,000 in the first half, and with that 80-yard scamper, it puts him well in to the 1,200-yard mark for a single season. So Cam Miller, Friday Night Lights at its best, and that, when you are a fan, is why you watch. So with 5:17 now in the third, it is 20-0 after the point after touchdown. And for Blue Devil football fans, it is officially go time. Squib kick to the left, out of bounds. No interest in giving it to Weapon X, Kenny Smith. Hammonton will have great field position, taking over 1st and 10 with 5:15 to go in the third quarter.
Have the ball at their own 35.
Hammonton now down 3 scores, going to try to stick with the spread. Try to find a seam. Drew Craig has shown a lot of poise, has made a lot of nice throws thus far tonight. Just haven't been able to connect to put points on the board. They're going to give it to Kenny Smith. Smith, he's out to the left side. He's got 10 yards, and he's going to push out of bounds after a 12-yard gain. Oh, they're going to call him out of bounds, so I stand corrected. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Nice run there by Kenny Smith. Hammonton rushes to the line. Camargo in the slot. Dowdy spread out wide. Craig gets the snap. Rolls to his right. Steps up. Gets rid of the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anderson, number 14. He's out to the 30. He's going to move inside the 25 and finally taken down by Medina. Samaj Anderson has come up clutch for Winslow multiple times tonight. See it on the Game Changer instant replay. Drew Craig, the quarterback, keeps his head up under pressure. Smith and Winslow is in the driver's seat, trying to strike again. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 25. Winslow loving playing in front of their home crowd on a Friday night. It's Ruffin. He hands it off to Brown. Brown bounced to the right, and he's hit the backfield and dropped by number 76, Ryland Smith. Going to give him credit back to the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. So Ruffin back to work, looks to his left, throws to his left, and he's got Cam Brown. Cam Brown spins down to the 1. Touchdown saving tackle from Dowdy.
First and goal to goal.
For the Winslow Eagles, considering they lost the freshman sensation Jalen Parker at quarterback, 21 touchdowns, 1,500 yards passing. They have lost not a single step with Deontay Ruffin standing up in the backfield and doing his best. And now he's going to try to take it in for 6. And we have another touchdown for Winslow. So the two-way threat quarterback in Deontay Ruffin strikes yet again, and it's 26-0 for Winslow. Quick look at the Game Changer instant replay. Single back set, and no hesitation. Square up the shoulder pads and drive into the end zone. Point after attempt. Kick is down, and the extra point is no good. But it's 26-0 with 3:25 remaining in quarter number 3.
Since 1986, Dr. Stephen Ray and his Ray Chiropractic staff have been helping players, families, and fans stay healthy and in the game. Their tradition of personalized service continues in their original Sicklerville office, conveniently located to serve all of South Jersey. From traditional spinal manipulation to cutting-edge laser therapy, Ray Chiropractic has a winning game plan to keep you feeling like an MVP. Don't wait, they'll get you straight at 856-629-1199.
We're back to live football. Doug Stasuk, the entire BFA Sports crew. And what was a 7-0 game at halftime for Hammonton and a defensive display has quickly turned the tide. And Coach Jim Rasso and squad find themselves down big as the third quarter continues to wane on. So it'll be right set to kick at the 40. And back deep again will be Smith. Squib kick down the middle. Picking it up is Clemens. Clemens at the 35. He tries to get his way to the 40, turns the corner, and pushed out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. So Hammonton has built their success in 2023 on the run and broadly on the shoulders of their running back, Kenny Smith. Down 26-0 this late in the contest. We've seen them try to get the ball into the hand of Doug Craig and trust him. He's made a lot of good throws, but a critical converted interception into 6 points for Winslow has opened this wide up. It'll be Craig again, football in his hand in the backfield as he hands to Smith. Smith to the left side. He's got 10. He's got 15, 20. Cuts back to the inside. 30 yards. Ball stripped. And then the ball is picked up. The big lineman, Ryland Smith, Johnny on the spot to save what could have been a tragic turnover for Hammonton. So Smith's going to need some help as he gets to the sideline. And a big pickup. And I think for Smith, it's just a cramp. So a big carry for Kenny Smith. Camargo into the slot. Dowdy spread so far out, he's out of your screen. Ball handoff to Smith again. Smith on the left side, tripped up behind the backfield. Malachi Brown behind the line of scrimmage trips him up. It'll bring up 2nd and 9 at the 25. And a handoff. It's over to Smith. Smith tries to bounce it back towards the middle. Clock will continue to run. And again, a critical drive for Hammonton. Thus far, a couple chunk plays have put him in a good spot. And a very manageable 3rd and 2 as the ball is spotted at the 24. Craig out of the gun. Smith to his left. Camargo in the slot. Jalen Smith wide out. He pulls it back and gives it to Camargo, and he's unable to hold on. Good defensive play by Nakir Helton, wearing number 4. Camargo's been limping a bit. And some questions on the field for Winslow. And questioning the official. And inquiring minds want to know, including the production team. Not sure if there was a call. Didn't see a flag on the play, but certainly whistles. Officials are going to talk it over. And now head back to the middle of the field. And they called it a catch. Interesting call. So it'll be Kenny Smith, runs to the left side, trying to find some room. But he's brought down again by Malachi Brown, and they said that was a catch.
Malachi Brown once again at the 1 yard gain.
We're under 2 minutes in quarter number 3.
About the 13.
It's going to get it down to the 13-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd and 9. So 2nd and 9. Craig hands it off to Smith. Smith, he's got a little bit of room. Bounces his way out to the left side, and he's pushed out of bounds and wrapped up by number 0, Asar Hurd on the defense. Clock continues to go. And it'll be 3rd and 4.
So it's going to be about 3rd and about 4.
As we're under a minute. Hammonton hoping either this play scores or they get another one before the end of the 3rd quarter. Craig hands it to Smith. Smith, left side. He drives is inside the 5. And he may be short of the first down. So they're going to set the ball inside the paint of the 5-yard line. And Hammonton at 4th and 2 will walk off the field and walk to the other end. We are headed to the 4th quarter of Group 4 playoff football here on BFA Sports.
Are you tired of tackling all the dirty work in your home? It's time to relax and leave it to the pros at Made in the Shade Cleaning Service. With a track record of excellence and attention to detail, we ensure your home becomes a haven. Made in the Shade serves many areas in the South Jersey region, including Hammonton, Buna, Vineland, Mays Landing, and more. And for those seeking that extra touch of perfection, inquire about our customizable add-on services. Our company offers free estimates and is fully licensed and insured for your peace of mind. Contact Amy at 609-385-5746 to book your first clean today.
A big 4th down to start the 4th quarter for Hammonton here on BFA Sports. The final 12 minutes of regulation is about to begin. The winner will advance to the Group 4 South Jersey final. And Craig, under center, hands it off. Kenny Smith going to his right, couple stiff arms, and a touchdown Hammonton. So Kenny Smith able to put the Blue Devils on the board and keep their hopes alive as they close the gap. Now 26-6 to start the 4th quarter. Extra point is pending. And they will line up, and they're going to go for one as their kicker, Gavin Kovac, on for the PAT. Snap, kick is down, kick is no good. So that'll keep things at 26-6 here in the 4th quarter.
Since 1952, the DiDonato Family Fun Center has been the place to take your team for bowling, food, drinks, and now even ice cream. 26 lanes, the Alley Bar and Grill, pin deck ice cream, arcade games, and more, all in store for you at the DiDonato Family Fun Center. It's on the White Horse Pike in Hammonton, and you can check them out online at DidonatoFunCenter.com.
And as we return to live action here in Winslow, watching the NJS IAA Group 4 semifinal. Winslow out in front 26-6. Thanks in part to two clutch connections between Deontay Ruffin and Cam Miller. Those two touchdown passes combined for over 140 yards alone. Squib kick. They're going for the onside. Ball bounces around, but well handled by number 0, the freshman, Asar Hurd. It'll be 1st and 10 Winslow at the 45-yard line. Hammonton defense looking to clamp down, prevent the Eagles, whose offense has been soaring.
All right. Nick, give me something.
So, 1st and 10. 11:53 to go. Ruffin fires outside. Connects. It's going to be Helton. Helton's got some open field, but he's going to be wrapped up by Smith and Peterson. And clock will continue to run, but a big hookup all the way down to the 23. So 32-yard connection. And the West Coast-like offense of Winslow has been electric. And a player may be shaken up somewhere on the field. So looks like one of Hammonton's players. And that's Jalen Smith, who's going to hobble his way to the sideline, trying to walk things off. Seen a couple of the Hammonton players shaken up here in the second half. Saw Rylan Smith with some cramps, and not sure what Jalen Smith is up against just yet. But it'll be 1st and 10. 11:39 here in quarter number 4 after the 32-yard hookup. There goes Ruffin. Fires out to the flat again to Helton. Helton picks up some quick yardage. Camargo with the stop for Hammonton. And now Winslow going to keep on the tempo, trying to leverage the momentum. Ruffin into the right corner of the end zone, floats it, and off the fingertips and out of bounds of Jalen Hornsby. So a nice touch pass. The ball floats nose up, nose down, but no good for Winslow. So about 3rd and 3 for Winslow. It'll be Ruffin. Ruffin looks to his right, and there is Hornsby again for a touchdown.
Touchdown, Eagles.
Eagles continue on an offensive rampage. Ruffin, confidence, looks down the post route for Hornsby, and he's able to get past the safety for 6. 32-6. Right now is the score, pending the point after attempt as they send the kicker onto the field. So Tim Wright is looking to put it through the uprights and extend this lead. Here is the snap. Brown with the hold. Wright with the kick. And the kick is good. 33-6. Just over 11 minutes remains in the 4th quarter here on BFA Sports.
Pizza Hut stuffed crust is the crust that made crust good. Topped and stuffed with over a half pound of cheese. What are you so afraid of? Loving it? Original stuffed crust, only from Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Newest thing from Pizza Hut isn't pizza at all. It's cheesy, so crispy, loaded with toppings, and just $6.99. Enough for 2, price for 1. New Pizza Hut melts, just $6.99.
Friday Night Lights. It's South Jersey playoff football, Group 4. Here on BFA Sports, Doug Stasuk, the entire BFA Sports crew, here to bring you all the action, courtesy of the Hammonton Blue and White Club, along with all of their sponsors. Special shout out to the production squad tonight, producer Mr. Pat Rush, our director, Carrie Letizia, Jarek Garcia on stats and scoreboard. The legend Charles Hope is high atop Winslow's stadium, and a legend in the making, Nick Penza, is on the field. And Tim Wright even after the whistle blows, goes by the ball, resets. Now he's set to kick, and now he asks for a whistle again. You don't see that every day. And he'll boot it in towards the right corner, and it'll be Peterson able to field it cleanly. He's got room up the middle, and he'll take it up to the 48-yard line, where Hammonton will try to answer back to Winslow. Under 11 minutes. And you can see the physicality of this game. DeAndre Clemens steps off the field, try to get a breather. Jalen Smith is the receiver on the bottom of your screen. And out the top is Dowdy, and in the slot is Peterson. Drew Craig, the quarterback, is in the gun. He hands it off to Smith. Smith stutter step and gets across midfield to the 49. Pick up a 4. They're going to call it 2nd and 7 here at Winslow Township High School. Again, a true feel of a football on Friday night. It's frosty out here. Craig hands it off to Smith, and Smith wiggles to the middle. He'll pick up another 3 yards or so, bring up 3rd and 4. And the clock now just under 10 minutes momentarily. It's for Hammonton, trying to keep tempo. They need to score, and then they're going to need to stop Winslow, and that has been a tall order thus far here in this contest. Craig rolls to his right, looking to pass, goes towards the wing, and he finds number 5, Dowdy. It'll be a first down as they move the chains. Our graphics team fast on the first down graphic, trying to keep up with the tempo of Hammonton. Hammonton out of the huddle. Again, it'll be Smith to the left, Peterson in the slot, and is it an official timeout? Looks like there's a problem with the down marker. Perhaps something's wrong with the chain. Yep. And the chain and down marker are untangled, so we're back in business. Clock will roll. Jalen Smith, Peterson to the left. Motion man is Joey Gillen. Handoff is to Smith on the right side, and Smith is brought down by Brown, Anderson.
Right side, short game, about 2 yards. It's Hurd over there on the tackle.
And looks like Hurd.
Sanaya Lewis, report to the press box. Sanaya Lewis.
So Hammonton, as the clock wanes towards the 8-minute mark. And it's going to be 2nd and 9. Now a 4-man front. Here comes the blitz from Winslow. Craig under duress launches it. Oh, and in and out of the hands of Joey Gillen.
Sanaya Lewis.
Sanaya Lewis is being asked to make it to the press box.
Lewis.
She happens to be watching the stream here in Winslow, but an opportunity perhaps right through the hands of Joey Gillen. It'll be 3rd and 9. And this Winslow defense is one to reckon with. Hammonton quarterback Drew Craig continuing to show poise in the pocket. He's stepped up. He's made some really good accurate throws. But the Winslow defense has been doing their part. Here comes Kenny Smith on the inside handoff. And he'll be brought down by Malachi Brown and number 44, Slocum. And an air of desperation on this 4th and 8 as Hammonton goes to the line of scrimmage. An opportunity, but it's broken up by number 24. And that is Whitlock Barnes. So turnover on downs, and the Eagles will take over on the 36-yard line with 7:20 to go in this ballgame.
The road to victory is a smooth one thanks to Bob Capaferi and family at Asphalt Paving Systems. From highways to driveways, that long-lasting shiny seal technology from Asphalt Paving System all started right here in Hammonton. Check out their latest projects at asphaltpavingsystems.com.
Back to live action here in the 4th. Ruffin connects with number 21. It looks like Mike have a face mask call. That's number 21, Nakeem Powell. Clock continues to go, perhaps. No? Seven minutes remains, and now handoff up the middle. Number 33 as Coach Bill Belton going to go to the well, and freshman Roman Duckett is now in the backfield. And that ball's on the ground. And it looks like a turnover. First down, Hammonton. So the freshman Duckett, hands probably a bit cold as he spent a lot of time on the sideline on this frigid Friday night. So now 6:37 remaining in the ball game, and Hammonton will take over 1st and 10 at their 48-yard line. Good look at the line of scrimmage. Craig hands it off up the middle. And that's going to be Clemens. Hurd pushes him back in the backfield, and he might have rolled an ankle just there. It's going to be 2nd and 8 after the run by Clemens. Make that 2nd and 7. Pick up a 3. And now a handoff up the middle to Clemens. Talks in his stand of Winslow wanting to play Millville. And there'll be a flag on the play as number 58, Jalen McCain, receives some extracurricular activity from Clemens after the play. So it's going to be dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against Hammonton. So that's going to move them back a bit. And 3rd and 7 just became 3rd and 22.
All the way back to 35.
Ball will be spotted, it looks like, at the 35-yard line.
Charles is live.
Hammonton backs against the wall here in the 2023 campaign. Craig looks to his left on the screen. He's got Smith. Smith doesn't have any room as he's wrapped up and dropped by Carfagnan and Brown.
Pushing them back, fourth down. Back to 29.
And now it's going to be 4th and very long. So Hammonton is going to punt. And a little bit late addition for the special teams unit. So now Craig seems to be calling to the sideline as if they need another player. And it looks like delay of game is going to be called against Hammonton. So special teams unit doesn't seem to have all their personnel. And we got 4:21 remaining in this ball game. And they're going to wind the clock.
We have a delay of game penalty.
And Hammonton gonna punt this ball away. They stopped the clock. Why, I'm not sure, because it was after a run play. Oh, penalty. And here's the boot from Craig. It's high, and it's going all the way back, and the fair catch is called by Miller. So 4:13 left. You got to assume that Winslow may give way to some of their reserve players. Coach Belton looks like he's talking to his offensive unit, and they're going to probably try to get a couple more players in, but he's also reminding his squad to stay disciplined. Winslow's got more football to play next Friday, and, tempers have a tendency to flare up a little bit, and I'm sure Coach just wants to make sure that these guys remain focused. It's still Ruffin in the game at quarterback. Ruffin going to go deep down the field, and he's going for Miller.
Miller with the catch.
And Miller's got a catch.
Deontay Ruffin.
So,
they have a late penalty.
And now,
check that. That's at the 14.
Going to get a taunting call. A high school shimmy isn't very popular on the football field. So, was a nice catch, but Miller and company having a little too much fun. Yeah, so it is the unsportsmanlike call. So it's a dead ball foul. So it'll be a first down, but then they'll back them up 15. So Ruffin having himself quite a game with the arm tonight. And Miller, his go-to receiver. So 3:45 and counting in regulation. So 1st and 10 after the dead ball foul, and Ruffin swings it out to the right, and Jalen Smith trying to sniff that out, but it's complete to number 4, and that's Helton. Clock going to continue to run. So Winslow will look to advance. Most likely it could be against Millville is what I'm hearing. And for Ham, it's been our pleasure and privilege to bring all of the Hammonton football action to you here on BFA Sports. For the entire BFA Sports crew, I want to thank the Blue and White Club, Coach Jim Rasso, Athletic Director Chris Sacco, and the entire Hammonton High administration for letting us be a part of bringing you all these fond memories this season. So, tip of the cap and raise of a helmet to the Hammonton High Blue Devils. Brown's going to take the ball for Winslow. He goes to the left side, and Gillen's going to drop him. The ball's recovered by Cam Miller as the clock will continue to go, but now the clock will be stopped. An official timeout. Looks like Brown might be a little banged up as he heads off the field. I think he fell on the ball a little bit differently than he intended. Clock will continue to wind as we hit the 2-minute mark and counting. It's going to be 3rd and 11 for Winslow, as their offense continues to run on all cylinders in the 2023 playoffs. Last week, 46-14 victory over Pennsauken. Tonight, put 32 points on the board against a formidable Hammonton defense. And it's going to be rough, and he's still looking to pass. There's an inside screen, but Powell able to connect, and Gillen going to take him down. It'll be a loss on the play, and
once again, next Friday, we back here live.
Looks like Winslow
sectional title
will host for a sectional final next week. So Ruffin, one final pass perhaps, and it's knocked out and defended by Smith. It was intended for Helton. And now with 42 seconds remaining in the ball game, Hammonton will get the ball one last time.
Once again, next Friday night, sectional championship. Going for our second.
Of course, for Winslow, headed to their second sectional final in the last 3 years. And it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 35. Drew Craig hands it off to the junior, Kenny Smith. Reverse field for Smith, looking for real estate, and he's continuing to run hard. So a very successful junior season for Kenny Smith. But it all will come to an end right here tonight in Winslow. As the clock winds down, I don't believe that Hammonton will need to run another play. Winslow fans begin to celebrate, and they're thinking about hosting the sectional final next Friday night. But for tonight, that will do it. Your final from Winslow Eagles 32, Blue Devils 6. Thank you to the Hammonton faithful for a fantastic 2023 campaign. For all of us at BFA Sports, thank you for watching and thank you for being a fan. Good night, everybody.